So, as I said, this is not the start of it. It's the first omnibus, volume 1, but there's another Fantastic Four out there. I will get my hands on it and we will go further into it. But until then, and the movie comes out, we have our Marvel Rivals, all 4 here. We will go ahead and, as you can see, you got your contents. I don't know if you guys care about that sort of thing, if it's your jam or whatnot, but yes. Contents. Okay, get this battery out of the way. And there's something else in the way of something. It's driving me nuts. And we'll go more with the contents. Alright. We have the first part of the omnibus. And this is... I bought this at, I think, in Detroit back in 2016, 15. Time frame. I hate that glare that we're getting here. Let me see if I can get rid of this. Alright, so far you're good. I might have to jump in on certain stuff, but we will zoom in and we'll take our time. Sit back. Enjoy yourself. Let's go over this comic. Now, let's see if we can work with some of the lighting here and get you something going. It's halfway decent, yeah. Okay, so why are the Fantastic Four? You're trying to kill me. Yeah. Let's figure it out. Let's back it up. Alright. So we have the cover. And it says you think Spidey's confused. They're like, guess again. So, what we have here is I need to slide this down to get the actual first page, y'all. Here we are. Bring it down. Okay. Here we are. Second page. Okay, for some reason this is being a little bit of a bitch. It's usually not like this. Why is it acting like this? This will all get figured out as I do this. It's gonna take me a minute. But there is supposed to be a way I thought that I could zoom in. It's still, you know, that. See? I'll go in a little bit. Better get your act together, Parker. After you know, look at this. After you, Yellow Jacket, and Wasp, right? Reed Richards lab during your battle with Equinox. The least you can do is tidy the place up. The next time someone yuck. Next time someone remind me to stay in bed. First things first, wall crawler. This is dramatically. I guess Spidey and the Torch are supposed to be together on this. So let's go ahead and keep bones a chugging. So, here we have the Thing, Spider-Man in a sort of, oh my god, in a sort of, just got kind of done dealing with some shit. So then we come back in here to the actual more action between the Thing and the Spider-Man. So you get Spider-Man too, which I actually have the omnibus for that too. We could do this forever. I mean, the time is pretty, it's endless here. Hold it. My Spidey sense. I'm not alone in here. Cripes. That arm. It's the Thing. And judging by the punch, he's out for blood. Yow! Cut it out. Match head. This is Spidey. For crying out loud. One of the good guys. No answer. God, you guys have not heard one single thing that I've been saying. I've been reading this comic and you haven't heard a fucking thing. Oh my God. I'm on page 8. Sitting here talking. And not a damn thing. Alright, let's start over. Because you didn't hear a fucking thing I was saying. Better get your act together, Parker. After all, you, Yellow Jacket, and Wasp wrecked Reed Richards' lab during your battle with Equinox. The least you could do is tidy the place up. Yuck. Next time, someone remind me to stay in bed. Looks like we got a thing in Spider-Man fight about to hit it off, fellas. Now that you can hear me, you've been seeing everything, but you weren't getting read to, so I'm sorry. That's not what it's like. What it's going to be like here at Todd Story Time. Alright. Namely, staying alive. Hold it. My spidey sense. I'm not alone in here. Cripes! That arm. It's the thing. You got a nice thwam there. And judging by that punch, he's out for blood. Yow. Cut it out. Matchhead. This is Spidey for crying out loud. One of the good guys. Everybody knows that. Spider-Man's a shit. No answer. A joke's a joke, fellas. But this is getting out of hand. And I'm getting out of here. If the FF are really after my scalp, I've got about as much of a chance as the proverbial snowball. And, hey, it must be the invisible girl's force field bouncing me off the wall. And here comes Mr. Fantastic. Okay, people. I can take a hint. I'm leaving. Strange. They keep hitting me one at a time. As a team, they could have taken me out a long time ago. Sorry, I'm improvising here, which is true. That's how they work together. They're a team, first family. So, yeah. He's using his logic, which makes Spider-Man one of the most intelligent people in Marvel. One of, not the or anything like that. I'm just saying he's up there on the scale of intellect. Let's see if we can get some better light here. Is that better? Or does that make it worse? I'm gonna do this. Alright. Alright. I think we can see it a little bit better. On the other hand, they're doing a darn good job individually. No, a force field bubble around my head, cutting off my air. Don't understand. The FF and I have never been the best of friends, but never enemies either. Strangling, but won't give up. Has to be a way out. Dr. Richards, of all you, why are you doing this? Why? Huh. The bubble's gone. I can breathe. I think this is going to hurt. You can see there's the thing's fist crashing him out the window. Got a nice boom going on there. I was right. Far out, I'm still alive. And I hurt all over. My entire body is walking, talking, Excedrin headache. Man, I must be alright. I'm falling to my death, and all I can do is crack jokes. Spider-Man. Heh. Roll with the thing's punch. Survive it? Barely. But now what? Body in shock. Nothing seems to work. Can't angle my fall. Fire my web shooters, nothing. I've had it. That's my favorite web slinger, eloquent to the end. And Spidey, where would you be without the Human Torch, I ask you? This is ridiculous. First Storm and his FF buddies try to kill me. Now he saves my life. Something is definitely not right here. And May Parker's bright-eyed nephew is going to find out what it is. Hallelujah, my body's starting to work again. And Flame Brain thinks I'm still out cold. So, whoop. Hey, you flip, Spidey. What do you think you're doing? Returning kind for kind, Mr. Storm. And with interest. Beautiful, if I say so myself. Just before we hit, I throw my body forward, tossing Torchy down onto the roof hard, stunning him. So much for that idea. He recovered as fast as I did. Come on. You little twerp. What's the big idea? In case you hadn't noticed, Bug Brain, I just saved your red and blue blood. Kind of you. Especially after you and the rest of the Fantastic Four just finished using me as a personal punching bag. I use personal. And add a little bit of in there. So. Alright. I don't take that from anybody, Storm. What are you talking about? Are you saying the Fantastic Four attacked you? You got it. No, Spidey. It couldn't have been the Fantastic Four because they aren't even home. And even if we had been, we wouldn't attack you. Then who did it? Good question. Must have been someone who could mimic our power. Oh my God! It's like you realize something of great magnitude. They're like, like he shit his pants. Without another word, Johnny pivots off in midair and streaks for the Baxter Building, which is the Baxter Building, as you will find out when the movie comes, is their little their home shindig. Leaving a very confused wall crawler behind to wonder what the heck is going on here. If I had any sense, I'd go home and hit the sack. I've got classes in a few hours. God, it sounds like me last year. So I'm not fucking Spider-Man. I just have kids. Oh, who am I kidding? Whoever zapped me might still be there. And somebody's got to keep Torchy out of trouble. Find anything, Hotshot? It's okay for now, though. My Spidey sense isn't tingling. Find anything, Hotshot? Torch. You find anything? We got a very angry Human Torch. Because dealing with the squirrel is never good. Yes, you dumb. Do you have any idea what you've done? I don't even know what you're talking about. Talk about this. A green carved stick, so what? Look, Torchy. Why don't you cool your act a little and start from the beginning? If it's important, arguing is only going to make things worse. I guess so. If I'm frazzled, pal, it's because I'm scared. My story will tell you why. It begins with Tigra, a woman, or cat people. A few months ago, she and Red Wolf tangled with the Rat Pack and their new leader, Joshua Plague. Plague had ripped off his stick, said to be the legendary soul catcher from the Indian tribe. Tigra and Red Wolf figured to take it back. Unfortunately, Plague turned out to be a super Skrull and disguised the lady and her Indian friend got stomped, but good. Skrully tried to absorb Tigra's soul into the catcher, only his plan backfired. The totem left Tigra alone and absorbed the Skrull instead. Who misses much? La da 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 da. Oh yeah. The soul catcher ended up at the local police headquarters. Evidence in a murder. Tigra herself was one of the chief suspects. She figured the totem was too dangerous to be left in just anyone's hands. So despite the risk of arrest, she slipped into the night and borrowed it. Eventually she brought it to Reed. Why me, Tiger? You fought the scroll. Look, guys, I have no idea how this thing works. I don't want it stealing anyone else's soul or letting Scrolly free. Neither. How's about it? I break this thing accidentally, like, hey, what gives? It ain't breaking. Pen, wait. We're dealing with powers we don't quite understand. And until we know more, it's best that we do nothing. For the moment, the soul catcher will be protected and harmless inside this stasis safe until I find a way to neutralize its powers. I can guess the rest during the fight with Equinox. The safe must have been torn open. Yeah? And if the scrolls managed to bust loose, would it help if I said I was sorry? Spiders senses screaming like mad. What do you mean the room's empty? Tell me about... They have a nice little wham there. Oh boy. Fools. You should have run while you had a moment's chance. Now you're cost both your chance and your puny lives at the hands of the Super Scroll. Such a great little thing they did there. I like the scrolls. They did it different in Marvel. Anyways, hey, big fella. Do you think we could talk this over? Yeah, guess not. Torchy, my professors are not going to accept this as a valid excuse for missing morning classes. Well, you could always invite them to your funeral. Gotta love the back in the day, 70s. Maybe in the, I don't know, that's the 80s here. Might be. Didn't look that up. Okay, that note, we shift the scene. Uptown and to the left, to the west side station houses of the Midtown North Precinct, NYPD. Dad's office is pushing for an arrangement by next Tuesday. Commanded by Captain Gene DeWolf, subject to the findings of the Beluga shrinks, and that just about wraps the Equinox case up. Thank God. Can't help feeling sorry for the boy, though. The evidence seems to indicate that Terry Sorensen was insane as Equinox, but that's the court's problem, not ours. Am I bushed? Let's call it a night. But your breakfast, Lieutenant Scarf. Captain DeWolf? What is it, Malloy? Trouble at the Baxter Building? Captain? Some kind of fight? It's an all points Skipper Code 3. So much for breakfast. As if life in the Big Apple wasn't rough enough already. Let's move, Lieutenant. Where the FF are concerned, this could be anything from a family squabble to the fifth coming of Galactus. Oh shit, the fifth coming of Galactus. So I need to get the rest of it so we can see what's going on. Since the major action is in your precinct, the Wolf, the commissioner's giving you tactical command. How about giving me some help, Central? Like Chris Keating's hotshot SWAT goons. They're unavailable. Beautiful. A few very fast blocks later, near the very west side Penn Central train yards. Look, the Human Torch and Spider-Man. But who are they fighting? Siren sounds like every cop in New York and then some. No time to talk about that now. I've got to get Scully off Torch's back. It's a miracle we both survived this long. Spider-Man gets a nice... Hey, Lava Lips. Here's web in your eye. Spidey, I told you to stay out of this. Watch. The arm chuckles. It breaks. Impudent earthling. You dare match yourself against your better. Just uppercuts him with Reed and the Thing's fist. Learn the error of your ways. That's always freaking nice. Get the living shit out of you. Me and my big mouth. Hoo boy. Is my jaw gonna be collar for tomorrow morning? Assuming I'm still alive tomorrow morning. I was expecting that punch, braced and ready for it, and it's still darn near took my head off. It's a lot. Spider-Man's, he's not weak. He's no Omega level, but Spider-Man's, he can hold his own, man. He's beat some dudes. There has to be a better way. Trouble is, if I ever find it, I wouldn't feel like the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man anymore. Only I've taken all the time I dare. I sure hope my head's clear. Talk about close shit, because this is one shot I can't afford to miss. Yikes. Talk about a close shave. Man, if I've been wearing an extra layer of costume, my upswing's taking me towards the police. That's 30's Roadster. I know it anywhere. Top of the morning, Captain DeWolf, ma'am. Can the brogue wall crawler? It's pathetic. The brogue wall crawler, it's pathetic. This is Lieutenant Raphael Scarf. Borrow special operations. What's going on here, mister? A super skull lady, and he's stronger than ever. Torchy and I have been doing our best, trying to stay alive and keep him busy till some high-powered help arrives. Wait a minute. Those generators give me an idea. A long shot, sure. But Captain DeWolf, can you keep the scroll occupied? We can try, mister. After all, that's what we're paid for. Thanks. Hey, Skipper, I know Reed Richards designed these blasters, but belt up, Ryan. You want to live forever? Come on, let's get to work. Open fire. Nice try, troops, but even Reed's blasters aren't going to do more than tickle the creep. Hey, webbing? Come on, Papa. How perceptive of you, Mr. Storm. I didn't think you'd notice. I'll papa you, lunkhead. What's the big idea? I've got more important things to do. Follow me. A few minutes later. This is crazy. Those cops are getting mauled, and we're down here tying rails into knots. Trust me, okay? My idea will work. Hey, Flameface, didn't you ever see that old SF flick, The Thing? I live with a thing, remember? For you, I'll make this simple. When the scroll flies between the poles, it'll be like he stuck his nose into a light socket. Bang, zap, pow, no more scroll. At least I'm hoping. Nice idea, Spidey. Question is, how are you going to persuade the scroll to fly into your improvised trap? Everyone fall back. We're not able to hold them. Hey, humans. Flee before the power of the mightiest warrior in the Skrull Empire, and thank your gods that let you escape with your lives. This guy's a fucking dick. The so-called Human Torch and his companion will not be so lucky. Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. That's why you have a fireplace. Just sitting here listening to my ass, right? Maybe we could. Heads up, partner. Company's coming. And he looks like he means business. Take care of those things here. Spidey, I'll keep Scrawly off your back. Don't forget to write. Spider-Man. Torchy's really pouring it on. His flames burn so bright, it's like staring at a miniature star. Excuse me. I better get back to work. Oh boy, I just had an awful thought. After all this, what if my plan doesn't succeed? Place cut 1,000 yards up the Hudson. We find a stately ocean liner, last of a proud line, her 7 p.m. departure delayed by a wildcat strike. Making her way out to sea. And aboard that liner is the fascinated by the riverside Donnybrook as the rest of her fellow passengers. And we find Carol Danvers, editor of Woman Magazine. They're superheroes, Daniel. You get used to them in New York. I should know. As Miss Marvel, I'm one of them. Oh, we got Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers. Nice. I wish I could tell who the Torch is fighting. Blast it. I want to help, but I can't. The wing commander's sticking to me like a leech. There's no way I could switch to Miss Marvel without blowing my real identity. Sky high. Oh, they're still talking about identities. Yeah. Old school. That's a pity, Miss Danvers, because the Torch himself will be the first to admit he needs your help. One point in my favor, at least, my power is a lot stronger now that when we last fought. My flame blasts are staggering him, but that's all. The Skrull stands firm under the Torch's onslaught while across the universe, the asteroid orbiting the Skrull throne world. Gotta keep the pressure up. Fool, you fight a losing battle, for my powers do more than mimic those of the Fantastic Four. They surpass them. They're supposed to. Bridging, as it has for years, the unimaginable gulf between his world and ours with a monstrous energy beam. Oh yeah? If you're so hot, ugly, how come you've always been beaten? The past does not matter, child. There is only the present, wherein I shall match my antimatter blast against the full force of your Nova Flame and conquer. The Nova Flame's no joke. A being designed to give the Skrull all the raw power he'll ever need and more. Oh yeah, he fucking needs that. Witling, have you forgotten that while you have but one power, I have many? The final victory is mine, and I can attack with them all. Thing first coming at me, no. Torch, he took that punch head on. I've got to get up there. Cousin the Wolf, is he? I'm barely, pal, barely. Shock of punch nearly totaled me. Managed to break my fall just before I hit. You rest easy, pal. My power grid's all set to go. And don't do it, Spidey. For pity's sake, you're one man. This job needs the whole Fantastic Four of the Avengers. And brother, you sure ain't them, so be smart for once. I know, I'll be a strain. Stay out of this staying alive. Stay out of this staying alive. He's not as bad as he looks, just banged up a bit. With rest, he'll be good as new in no time. Cousin the Wolf. Spidey, you're going after the Skrull, aren't you? Despite what the Torch said, Spidey, he was right. I've got to do what I've got to do. Gotta love Spider-Man. And by this he's already went to, his girlfriend dying by a goblin. And we'll go on to that. There, the sensor I jury-rigged in Reed Richards' laboratory has not failed me. The prize I seek is aboard that aquatic vessel. A few moments more, and it would be mine. Not if I can help it, Bunky. Looking up. Thwip. You could want your toy back from your refugee from the Muppets monster lineup. You'll have to take it. That I shall enjoy doing, human worm, from your crushed and broken body. Talk is cheap, Dumbo. That's the spirit, Scrawly. All you have to do is follow my lead. Well, all I have to do is throw this switch and let nature take its course. Turn that sucker on. Looks like it worked. Oh, we reached the end here. Let's see what happened. For a moment, it looks like Spidey pulled it off, and then, you dare? By all the guardian of all the pits of hell, the Super Skrull will be free. Super Skrull, really, you don't want to fuck with those guys. They're pissed. Do you think I was some weakling to be bested by a child's construct of wire and metal? The thought had crossed my mind. I have stood enough insolence before I am done, human. You will beg me for the swift, sure release of death. Then, and only then, Spider-Man, will you finally die. I had a feeling it was gonna be one of those days. His Spidey and Miss Marvel joined forces to face the Super Skrull in a battle royale that ranges from the Penn Central rail yards to the Statue of Liberty. Building to the surprise ending of the year. Be here in 30 days for all this and QE Tour 2. We have the next team up here, which is featured Spider-Man and Miss Marvel teaming up. Pretty tight. This is really on stuff. Let's see what year we have here. I thought it would tell me. 1977. So you got Marvel Team Up, features Spider-Man and Miss Marvel. He's got all the powers of the Fantastic Four and more. Showdown with the Super Skrull. Havoc aboard the Queen Elizabeth II. And we will go over that. We will have a nice little powwow like we have here. I'm going to try to do this every night. I'll try to do it earlier in the night so kids can have a chance to see what's going on. And as this goes on, I already have a lot of comic books like X-Men, various other ones. I can change them up every day. We can keep going through until we powerhouse it through. I'm not sure what you want. We'll figure it out. Get the whole layout down. It'll be nice and neat. But that is 45 minutes. Well, I think about 10 of it I was just talking to no one, so I don't know about all that, but hold on, I think I have something for you. Yeah, there we go. There you go. So, this is a nice time. I hope you enjoyed that milk. I hope you're nice and toasty. God, that is one terrible fart. And just enjoy the night. Next time, I'll see you tomorrow. If you like it, I shall keep doing it. If you like it, I'll keep doing it. Sorry. I was trying that very close and non-casual, but like it now. No, I'm just joking. But anyways, I'm going to do this tomorrow no matter what. I shall see you then.